Now, here are Kelly Ripa and Michael Strahan.
Let's get right to it.
Because it's Friday and the summer's coming around and you're taking vacations, I'm sure, right?
Yes, I hope so.
Okay. So what is the...
Please, sirs, let us take vacation. Like the rest of the country.
Keep working.
So what would you consider to be the worst vacation crime?
The worst vacation crime is when my children play in that mini bar, and it's the sensor kind, so if you touch something, you get charged for it. So my children commit that crime a lot because they play store, you know, where they're like, oh, let's move everything, and then they put it all back, and then I have an $18,000 mini bar tab.
Just make sure that vodka hasn't been replaced by water, okay?
Yeah. They don't even know about that yet.
Oh, good. Thank goodness. All right, 11% of the people say the worst vacation crime is wearing obnoxious tourist gear. So how many are tourists from New York City we have in the audience today? Anybody? You all look like normal people. You're not wearing any obnoxious gear.
Yeah. Where's your obnoxious gear?
16% not stepping out of your comfort zone.
I don't know what that means.
You know, a lot of people...
If you're on vacation already, aren't you out of your comfort zone?
Yeah, I agree. But, you know, like if you go to Hawaii, go shark cage diving, I guess that would be out of your comfort zone.
Right.
I'm staying in my comfort zone if that's the case, but I'm just saying.
I would think being in the cage would be sort of a comfort zone. If you want to impress me, get out of the cage.
Skipping exciting plans to get business done.
Yes, that is
That's
terrible.
a crime. 23%, the second worst vacation crime is sleeping the day away. I've kind of been guilty of that. Because I'm on vacation. I should be able to do what I want to do. I want to sleep. That's part of vacation.
No, I swear when I'm on vacation, I am wide awake. I want to do the whole thing. I want to experience it.
Yeah, there are times, but there are other times I just want to sleep. And the #1 worst vacation crime, constantly checking your work email and voicemail.
I don't do that.
Who's guilty of that?
I don't do it.
But I have the #1 worst crime of my own.
Okay, which is?
Wearing dress socks with sandals.
Oh,
Bam!
Yeah, right. Well, that goes under touristy clothing.
You can put it under obnoxious tourist gear, but I don't think, I think that's just a horrible gear for anybody. You don't have to be a tourist.
That's like more of a father thing. That's a dad thing.
I've seen dads cutting the yard with some Daisy Dukes and dress socks on. It's like, Dad, don't do that.
Yeah.
Doesn't look good. You have a family.
My kids were really funny. One year we took the whole family, parents, the grandparents, everybody. We went to Italy, and we were in Florence, and my kids were like, there's so many tourists everywhere. And I'm like, we are tourists. They're like, no, we're not. We live in Soho. And so my kids associate, because we live in a high tourist area. We live in New York City, which is a tourist destination, but we live in Soho, which is a high concentration of tourists. My kids think that somehow they're exempt from being tourists because we live in Soho. They didn't understand the term. They were like, oh my gosh, there's tourists everywhere. Your kids
are funny.
Yeah, they are. Well, funny is, yeah. Ha ha.
And speaking of kids, when they were babies.
Yes.
And would you like put their pacifier in your mouth?
You know, it's so the first child is the first pancake, right?
Yeah.
So the first pancake, you really want to make it perfect, but you always wind up burning it on one side and it's raw on the other. So the first child, I would only boil the pacifier every time it dropped on the ground. The second child, I think I would put it in my mouth and give it to her. The third child, I would put it in the sibling's mouth and give it to him. Like, it was just like, your quality of parenting sort of devolves, but I think the child is better off for it.
Open up, your brother dropped his pacifier.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Well, there's a scientist report that infants whose parents sucked on their pacifiers to clean them developed fewer allergies, had lower rates of eczema, fewer signs of asthma, and smaller amounts of a type of white blood cell that rises in response to allergies and other disorders. So it sounds like it's a good thing.
I have research that stands in stark contrast to that. Listen to this. They're saying that cavities are contagious. You can catch a cavity by doing just that. Introducing the bacteria from your mouth that may carry cavity-causing bacteria by sucking on your child's pacifier and giving them the bacteria.
I would love to share the story with you. Marjorie Himmerty is 106 years old.
Good for her.
And she is a cougar. Yes. She's Australian, and she found love with a much younger man, Gavin Crawford, and Gavin is 73 years old. 33-year-old difference. And she said we just sort of melted into each other.
I mean, that's incredible. I mean, when you think that you can have a 33-year age advantage on a 73-year-old person. Right? That's kind of remarkable. That, my friends, is modern science.
All right.
Yes, that is. Well, you know, one thing I would like to bring up before is today is Put on Purple Day. So I'm wearing my little band here.
What's Put on Purple
Put
Day?
on Purple.
Oh, for lupus. Yes. Is today the day?
May is National Lupus Month.
Yeah.
Snoop Lions' daughter, she has lupus.
Yeah, I know that.
And so, I mean, it's just one of these diseases that is devastating, autoimmune disease, and it affects 1.5 million Americans. So it's National Lupus Month. Just wanted to make everybody aware. And there you go.
We've got a big show today from the series Nashville. Connie Britton is here.
And we continue Kelly and Michael's Fitness Challenge Week when we do acro yoga, which is acrobatic yoga.
Here's what I think. I saw the couple that's going to teach us acrobatics yoga, and they are very, very lithe and fit.
Yes.
As are you.
We are not.
You're not looking at me when you said that.
We're not that
lithe. Okay.
We're not that
You're going
fit.
to be the strong pedestal
You're the pedestal.
to the
That's just, I don't want to be a pedestal.
flower.
To the wavy flower?
I want to be the strong base. The pedestal just sounds
Okay,
like...
so
You're the strong base.
I'm the base.
To the dead weight that's about to collapse.
Very
Wonderful. And we're going to see what happened when Michael went home to Texas to visit his family.
And he became a doctor.
I feel like that could be a mini-series.
It could be a mini-series, trust me. I had to kick the cameras out of the house at one point. Right. And we're going to announce our 20 trucking amazing cook-off contestants.
Trucking amazing.
Trucking amazing. Trucking amazing.